What's going on, Spurs Nation? Welcome to another video. We are going to cover the most recent Spurs game against the Atlanta Hawks, and then we're going to be looking at the upcoming matchup against the Portland Trail Blazers on December 21st, 2024. So getting right into it, the Spurs are coming off of an amazing win in overtime. I believe it was their first win of the year in overtime, first game of the year that went to overtime. So looking at the Spurs stats, I mean, first and foremost, Victor Wembanyama taking it personal from Hunter, who stared him down at the end of the game, and you could just see Wemby on the bench after that during, in between regulation and overtime, and he looked focused. So awesome to see that Wemby has that ability to, he's already awesome, but you poke the bear, as they said on the stream, you're gonna probably regret it. So be careful. There's a few in the NBA game who have been able to have that. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and I think Kobe Bryant and Victor Wembanyama is going to be on that list. And then of course Jeremy. Jeremy just. Man, I just love his progress. I know his three-point shot is not really there, but it doesn't necessarily need to be. He's just a really versatile player, very big on Jeremy, loving his game for the Spurs. And I think Harrison Barnes is a good example of how Jeremy can just model his game. I know we talk about Draymond and whatnot, but I think Harrison Barnes in his prime is going to be something that we hope Jeremy Sohan can be, right? Consistent three ball eventually, defense, just a solid role player and borderline all-star, because I believe Harrison Barnes was a borderline all-star when he was with the Warriors and Mavericks even. He always was on really good teams. Devin Vassell, I know he's making me eat crow about the trade video. Devin, as I've said in every video, you are an amazing player, man. I'm just so glad to see you back in the starting lineup. It seems like it's your groove. I get it, the mentality. We're all human and we like to be in that starting five, and I think that's your spot. So awesome job. They all played pretty heavy minutes. Chris Paul with 8 assists. Just really clutch baskets too. Just can't really say many negative things about this game. Everybody contributing in their own way. We keep looking. Of course, Julian Champagnie coming off the bench and just seeing him do his thing off the bench was awesome. Steph, just a quiet game, but a really intense dunk with that alley-oop from Wemby. And Trey Jones, Trey Jones just. I do think that Trey Jones is working his way out of the lineup. We'll talk about that later. The Hawks, pretty average game, to be honest with you. We kept Trae Young pretty quiet, which is good, but he did have 16 assists. So just really having to focus on defense, which the Spurs have been able to do. So if we look at the Western Conference standings, the West is just really tough. We're a little bit above 500, one game. We have to get some momentum, because if we kind of just stay at 500 or a little bit above 500, I mean that may be play-in territory, but we have to. We're not there yet. If the season were to end today, as they say, we would not even be in the play-in. So again, the West is what it is. It's very tough. I mean, you see the Thunder, who are rolling, no pun intended. And just the Grizzlies have been giving teams a hard time too. So I think they beat the Warriors by 51. I fact check me on that, but anyway, it is what it is. Spurs are on a really good path, not just for this moment of the season, but just as their journey as a team. Going to be some tough decisions, I think, coming up with who's truly going to be a part of the long-term future, but pretty happy with where we're at. Very happy with what Chris Paul's been able to do for us, and just he's been talking about, the whole team's been talking about how these wins would pretty much be losses last year. So really excited for that. I'm not sure how long it took us to get 14 wins last year, but I'm almost positive it might have been closer to the All-Star break. So that's pretty scary, or pretty awesome to know that we're making that kind of progress. But the past is the past, we'll say. So thank you, Spurs fans, for listening. We'll come out with some more content, maybe a post game about the game with the Portland Trailblazers tonight, which we just played them not too long ago. So you guys know how I feel about Jeremy Grant. If we could get him somehow hopefully without trading Devin, but Jeremy Grant has some value as well, as you guys saw last game. So we'll see how they do. Hopefully we can get that extra win. I believe it is in San Antonio tonight. So go Spurs, go as always. See you guys in the next video.